Hey! Welcome to another video and another story. Glad to have you here. Alright, today we're recapping the popular manhwa Reincarnation of the Suicidal Battle God. I decided to make a video for each chapter and post one every day. Every 5 chapters, I'll put together a video that combines them all into 1 hour-long recap. It's perfect for those who want to watch everything in one go. Hope you guys enjoy it. So, let's dive into this epic manhwa. The war between demons and humans was so huge that all humans were wiped out, but demons were still around. Right at the last battle, the great Demon King was fighting the last remaining human. When the Demon King's sword pierced through the last human's body, the exhausting battle finally came to an end. Zephyr, the great human hero, had reached his limit, and it seemed like there was no hope left for the world. But maybe, a year after humans lost to the demons from hell, hope really vanished. Countless humans were destroyed, and the rest were enslaved, used as breeding grounds for monsters, and tortured mercilessly. But Zephyr kept resisting until the end, fighting demons even after all humans were gone. Eventually, he faced off against the Demon King. The god of demons, Tartarus, the king of all demons, stared at Zephyr and slowed down time so he could talk to him before his death. The Demon King said, "You're the first human in all the worlds I've conquered who's lasted this long." Tartarus was actually admiring Zephyr, since there was no hope for humanity to win, yet Zephyr kept fighting. The Demon King. Tartarus didn't like those who gave up too easily. In the end, he asked Zephyr to join him and become his right-hand man. Tartarus said, "We'll leave this small world behind and conquer all worlds, even the god's realm." He then asked Zephyr to join him. Zephyr gave a sideways glance and asked, "Are you serious?" The Demon King Tartarus confirmed it. But Zephyr knew one thing for sure. His body was beyond messed up, breaking down to the point where there was no way it could be fixed. So he thought to himself, why is Tartarus giving me such a weird offer? Maybe he just wants to see the strongest remaining human beg. Then Zephyr decided, for the sake of all his friends and loved ones who'd been lost, to gather all the energy left in his body into one point and create an explosion big enough to shake even the neighboring realms. At the end, Zephyr says, "Here's my answer, Demon King Tartarus," flipping him off and throwing in a nice curse. Then the explosion begins. Tartarus was shocked, and after the blast, he realized his arm was gone, left hanging uselessly. Furious, he roared because Zephyr was the only human who had managed not only to injure him, but also to humiliate him. Tartarus struck Zephyr's body, shattering it completely. And finally, after years, humanity was wiped out. But Zephyr had so many regrets. He hadn't been able to protect his loved ones, and he hadn't even taken his revenge. Then suddenly, he felt alive. Checking himself over, Zephyr saw his body was perfectly intact, his armor untouched, and more confusingly, he was in a strange room that looked like a temple, filled with statues resembling gods. Thinking he must be dead and in the afterlife, Zephyr was startled when someone appeared and said, "This isn't the underworld. This is the realm of the gods." Zephyr turned around and saw a figure that looked like an angel. Instinctively, he reached for his sword, but there was no sword. The angel started talking. "There's no need to worry. I'm Mercedes, representative of the gods, and a high-ranking angel." The angel continued, "You died before, and you should have gone to the underworld, but 3 gods decided to send you back in time." Zephyr was shocked and asked why. The angel said, "We're sending you back to give you a chance to change the future. Plus, you'll keep your memories when you go back." Zephyr thought to himself, maybe I'm dreaming? But how could this be real? He then asked why they were giving him this chance. The angel replied, "Don't you believe in the gods?" Zephyr said, "I do, but nothing in this world is free. You must want something in return." Zephyr felt this way because back when demons were wreaking havoc and slaughtering people, many were praying to the point of madness, but the gods cut off all contact with humanity. They stopped answering prayers, didn't accept sacrifices, and even took away the powers they'd given to priests, making it almost impossible for humans to fight back. So now Zephyr was wondering, why would the gods help me now? Finally, the angel said, "Fine, I'll tell you. We want you to entertain us more, Zephyr." Zephyr was stunned. The angel explained, "All this time, the gods have been watching you. During your fight with the Demon King, they got bored. But those 5 years you fought and struggled alone against the demons, they found that pretty entertaining. Zephyr was beyond shocked and furious, lunging at the angel, yelling, "Bastards! You think this is a joke? I lost everything and I fought to the end for your entertainment?" He started cursing and shouting, but the angel cast a spell, and a huge foot appeared, pinning Zephyr to the ground, leaving him unable to resist. The angel approached calmly and said, "You should behave. The gods are watching." The angel went on saying, "Humans have no real value among the other races. You're the only one who's caught the gods' attention, but you'll have to prove yourself to get what you want. Nothing in this world is free, and you'll have to keep the gods entertained to achieve your goals." Zephyr felt he had no choice but to listen. The angel continued, "The gods aren't the only reason we want to send you back in time. The demon king, who you humiliated, has been making a big fuss. He says he has to face you again because his pride was shattered in that battle. Tartarus, the demon king, is a god of destruction who wiped out 10 worlds, and until now, he had never been injured in battle." The angel asked Zephyr what he thought. "Will you accept or not?" Zephyr thought for a moment, then, full of confidence, said, "All right, I accept. And this time, I'll tear that demon king into pieces so he regrets ever messing with me." The angel was pleased and began the spell to send Zephyr back in time. The powerful spell activated, and Zephyr was being transported to the past. He now had a second chance, not only to get revenge on the demon king Tartarus for all the pain he'd endured, but also to one day take vengeance on all the gods who just watched from above without helping. As a final word, the angel said, "Entertain us well." Zephyr then woke up in the past, slowly opening his eyes. Around him, some people were saying, "We're screwed. Why isn't he waking up?" Then someone poured a bowl of water over his head, saying, "Get up, get up." Zephyr saw some people he didn't recognize, but he recognized the symbol on their bodies. Memories started coming back to him. It was 10 years ago, the day he'd turned 20 and had been a slave at the temple. A foreman yelled from the end of the tunnel, "Break's over, get back to work!" The 3 people threatening him left. Zephyr noticed a young kid saying, "Thank you for helping me, sir." But Zephyr didn't remember this kid and just walked away. More memories started flooding back, including the angel's words that the gods would grant him some powers as a reward. Zephyr went off to a corner to see what rewards he'd received, shocked to discover he had godly powers that felt like cheats, powers that would be incredibly useful. Thanks for watching. That's the end of part 1 of this manhwa. Please rate your interest in this manhwa from 1 to 10 in the comments. Thanks, and goodbye.